Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I am Chiante Jones, the founder and financial coach behind Dollars and Change. Hi, everyone. I think it just started over. I don't know. Hopefully, this is not a repeat. But hi, everyone. I'm Chiante Jones, the founder and financial coach behind Dollars and Change. And I just wanted to come on today. It's been a little while. A couple weeks ago, I posted saying that I was going to start up my videos again. So here I am. I miss doing them, so I want to get back into the swing of things and start doing my videos each week to come to you all, interact with you all, and let you know some thoughts that I have about money or some tips or just share some information. So that's what I'll be doing going forward, my weekly live videos. And today I wanted to come on and share an important milestone that I've reached in my own personal finances. And so that's why I've titled it "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?" So, but first, if you're new to me, like I said, I am the financial coach behind Dollars and Change. I specialize in helping women in particular to help eliminate their credit card debt so that they can have more financial flexibility in their lives. And so, so that's my primary clientele. But my milestone today that I want to share is that your girl has officially reached millionaire status. Okay, it's a billionaire status, so this is kind of a big deal, and I wanted to share it with you all. I wanted to share just important milestone for myself, and something that I've decided that I wanted to reach. Actually, growing up, I didn't like have a goal to be a millionaire or anything like that, but last year I decided to set a goal to be a millionaire. Actually, by 40, I'm 37 now. And turns out a year later, I have achieved that milestone. So I guess I really underestimated myself, but I'm really happy to have reached the milestone, and I feel like it's a big accomplishment. And so I wanted to come and share with you all. And I was a little hesitant about sharing, to be honest. I'm not sure exactly why. I don't know, with I guess money being taboo, but I did want to share it because more importantly, as far as my own discomfort, but I want you all to know that if I can do it, this is something that you can accomplish as well. So I felt like, put my own feelings aside. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to know that it's possible, and hopefully this will inspire someone out there, one of you, to know that it's possible for you too, that you can do this. And with some hard work and persistence and some focus, you can also reach that millionaire status. And so, just to clarify, what do I mean by millionaire? Because there's a lot of different definitions out there. And so, when I say millionaire, what I'm what I mean is have a net worth of $1 million or more. And so, what net worth is basically what you own. So your assets, your house, your car, any cash you have, your retirement account. So what you own versus what you owe. So any mortgage you have, or any your car loan, any credit card debt. So when you take what you owe minus what you own, sorry, excuse me, when you take what you own versus what you owe, is you're left with a net worth. And when I say I have reached a millionaire status, that means my what I have my net worth is now over $1 million. So that is very big for me. Like I said, I wanted to share it with you all. And just a little bit about my background. Like I said, if I could do it, I know you all could do it. So I grew up in Columbia, South Carolina, single mom, saw her work hard, moderate income. Most of the time she had two, at times three jobs. So I saw her work really hard. We had a stable life, so it wasn't like lights were getting cut off all the time or anything like that. So things were stable, but we were like more of a moderate income family. And I've always been had an affinity to money management, done well with money management. So even when I would get money as a teenager or whatever, I would try to do as much as I could on my own, manage that myself. Because one, I didn't want to, burden my mom with any additional things if there were, any additional expenses if there were things I could cover. But I just kind of naturally did that. I was always kind of independent, wanted to be self-sufficient, and so that I was always, I guess, gifted in being able to do that and just have, like I said, a natural affinity to being able to manage money. Um, and as I, graduated high school, went off to school, and to college, and knew that I was going to get a job, my main thought was that I just wanted to be comfortable in life. I didn't have, like I said, I never didn't have this goal of, oh, I want to be a millionaire or anything like that. I just wanted to live comfortably, and I didn't want money to be a struggle at all. And so that was part of my um, motivation to try to manage my money well, to save, to pay off debt, to manage debt well, and not try to, get in over my head. And so that's just kind of always been my underlying principles and motivation when it comes to money. And they have served me well over the years. As I've learned more, I've, become more savvy with things, learn how to do more. I'm still learning. It's all a part of a journey. And so as I learn new things, I try new things. And And as I know more, that's what I do more. So that you do the best you can until you learn something new, and then that's when you can do better. And so that's always the philosophy I've had over the years. And like I said, they have just served me well over the years to continue moving in the right direction, even if I didn't do everything perfectly. So you do not have to be perfect to make it to this status. You just got to keep pushing forward and stay focused. And so I wanted to take today, in addition to sharing the milestone with you all and hopefully in putting some inspiration out there, but also share a few tips or takeaways that I have from being on this journey that I wanted to share with you. And one of the first things when I kind of look back over things and reflect on, how did I get here? How did I do this? One of them was taking responsibilities for my personal finances. And just like I was just saying, even as a teenager, I tried to do a lot of things myself. I was always independent. I wanted to always be self-sufficient and always be able to hold my own. Honestly, growing up, I didn't even want to get married necessarily, so I wasn't like waiting for Prince Charming to come save me. I wasn't trying to marry a rich husband or anything like that. I always thought like even if I did end up marrying a rich husband, I wanted to be a force on my own, right? I wanted to bring my own wealth or stuff to the table, and so I didn't want to rely on anybody else to provide that for me. And I still kind of carry that same uh, perspective of like we should all be self-sufficient. We should all come into particularly marriage or whatever whole, and then make each other stronger and be stronger together. So that was one thing I always just took personal responsibility. I knew no one else was going to, my finances were my responsibility. It was my job to manage them the best that I could. It was my job to be a good steward of them, and that's just always the perspective that I've had. And so I just was never, looking for anyone else to do that. And so by taking that approach and having that mindset around things, it led me to try to manage it the best that I could with whatever I knew at that time. And so that's one thing that I encouraged you is to take responsibility for it. Don't put your head in the sand about things. At the end of the day, your finances, your money is your responsibility, and so it's up to you to learn how to manage it the best that you can. Okay. Another thing that I did along my journey was I walked my own path. I mean, I didn't get caught up in honestly what other people were doing. And I know nowadays that's harder to do with social media. Everybody putting everything out there. Comparison, just it's really hard not to compare yourself when you have so much coming through your social media feeds. But I've always been like, I didn't have to have like the latest, greatest brand or whatever. I'm more focused on things that I like. So it's not that I don't like name brand things or don't buy name brand things. It's just that I'm not going to buy it just because everybody else is. I mean, if I don't like it, I'm not going to buy that just because everybody, that's the, like I said, the latest trend. So that was one thing I did. I didn't try to, quote, keep up with the Joneses or whatever. I kept up with myself. And I've also just learned over the years that just because, someone looks like they have it all together or, they appear to have all the latest things doesn't mean their finances are together behind the scenes, right? So I just always knew that I'd rather not just look the part, but actually be the part and have my finances in order. And if it was outside of my means or I couldn't afford it at the time or I needed to save a little bit longer, then so be it. I'll do that to get there rather than putting on this front to look like I have it all together when I don't. I wanted to actually have it all together. So you never know what's going on in somebody else's house. Somebody is doing well, great. I totally applaud them and want that for them, but you just don't know what's going on behind the scenes in somebody's finances. So I always just walked my own journey, focused on what mattered to me, and not got caught up in all the rest. A third thing I did was I was consistent. I consistently saved. I consistently, and over time, once I had enough saved, I started to invest more, and that would help my the finances grow, my money grow. And so a lot of times, people say, well, I don't really have much to save. I don't, they'll save when they start making a certain amount of money or whatever. Save whatever you can right now. Just get into the habit of saving. If you can only save $10 right now, save $10 right now just to start building that habit. As you make more, then you can save more. And as as you make more, you can do more. But do what you can right now with what you already have. So just building that habit and getting in the habit of living within your means and just consistently saving will serve you well in the long term because you will have built that habit up. And that's something that I've done and still continue to do is to always put a little bit towards savings. So, as the saying goes, pay yourself first. Make sure you are paying yourself something first, whatever it can be, whatever it is. And like not only does that help you, live within your means, but then it does grow over time. You'll reap the benefits of doing that. So don't discount whatever you can do right now, even if it's not what you want it to be. Do what you can right now. So those are three tips or three things that, looking back and reflecting on my journey to this $1 million net worth status, of things that I can look back and see that these things helped me to get where I am now financially. And so, just dropping those tips for you to hopefully implement in your own life, so along your financial journey. So taking responsibility for your finances, no one is coming to save you. That's your money. You learn how to manage it. Um, Two is walking your own path. Don't worry about what everybody else has going on in their own house. In their house, focus on your own house, because you don't know at the end of the day what's going on behind the scenes or how much debt they're racking up to live whatever lifestyle they're living. So focus on you and yours. And three, consistently save and invest. Consistency is key. Do whatever you can until you can do more. Just building that habit and having that habit in place will serve you very well in the long term. Okay? So those are kind of my tips for the day. Celebrating those, so like I said, celebrating this milestone. Hopefully you all will celebrate with me. Drop me a little congratulations emoji or smiley face or something in the comments. And know that you can do this too, right? You can do this too. It's never too late to start. You start wherever you are and just move forward from there. Okay. If I did create a debt organizer, and you can download that for free. So if you just need some help getting things started, just kind of taking stock of where you are, where your debt is, feel free to download that free debt organizer. Just something to help you get started along the way and provide some simple steps to help you eliminate your debt. All right. You guys have a great Juneteenth weekend. I'm really excited that it's now a federal holiday. Yay! So long time coming, but enjoy your weekend. Also Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. And I will catch you next week. Bye.